Lycan is the king of the Su meta, and in this game we're going to see why that is. We're going to see how MATUMBAMAN plays Lycan, plays in an unfavorable lane, but still manages to outfarm his opponent and just win the game without really doing anything particularly fancy.
Lessons that cannot be unlearned.
Welcome to the Church of Obelis. My name is Jon. This is game 2 between OG and Secret from the Beyond Epic tournament, and currently in this best of 3, Secret is up 1-0. If you want to see the first game, I made a video on that, focusing on Nisha's Visage, which is linked in the top right. So OG have gone for this Tiny in the mid lane, who is quite a strong laner against Lycan, because you have this AoE physical damage from Tree Grab, which is great against wolves. Wolves have no armor and they have pretty low HP, so can easily get killed by that tree. They do have, however, a lot of magic resistance. They have 70% magic resist, so against most spells, against most AoE stuff, they're actually quite resilient, but not against Tiny. So Tiny also, of course, has a very high base damage, but as long as wolves are alive, you can actually still outlast him with that extra damage from the wolves. So Matu is just playing this lane passively. He's just trying to farm, just trying to keep up his CS, and as we can see, his CS is pretty even here, and even though he's lost a couple of wolves here and there, he's getting more of the last hits. And of course you have to remember that the wolf last hits are not as valuable as regular last hits, because wolves just give less golden experience than normal creeps do. So even though right now in terms of last hits the Tiny is up, if you look at the net worth, it's still Lycan actually leading compared to Tiny. And he's just gone for these very efficient items, Ring of Protection and Quelling Blade to start the lane phase off. Ring of Protection is an item that you almost always go for in the side lanes. In the mid lanes kind of depends on matchups, but against Tiny does a lot of physical damage, so extra armor is nice to have. And then later on you can upgrade this into an AC, so it's not just an early game item, also something they can use later on. So he's just trying to not feed his wolves, he's trying to separate them and just keep them away from Tiny and his big tree. And then he's just also farming this medium camp nearby. Tiny walks up here, he's gonna get a wolf kill here, and then abducting the creep wave and trying to go for that 5-minute rune. So pretty nice smart play here from Thompson, gets to refill his bottle, but meanwhile Lycan getting a lot of last hits here. And now you can see this lane, playing that lane feels kind of bad as Lycan. You feel like, okay, oh, you're losing, you can't really trade against the enemy, you're losing your wolves. But then if you look back at the replay, if you look back at the net worth graph, you see he's actually completely fine. He's always sort of even or slightly ahead of the Tiny, even though in terms of actual laning it feels like you're countered. Actually it's completely fine. Actually you can just outfarm the Tiny now. Lycan is here as scales better than Tiny, farms a lot better once you have the Necro up. So you can just farm these ancient camps and just easily claim the net worth lead. It's also level 6, so you want to try to do some sort of rotation here. Enigma, very vulnerable hero, low mobility, doesn't even have boots here, so you can easily kill him. Get the courier there too, and Monkey King is a bit more elusive, so he's gonna get away here. They try to go for this with the vision that Sticky Napalm gives, but they don't find him, so they can just clear this creep wave now and then put some pressure onto that tower. But now that the Shapeshifter is gone, you're gonna go back to farming. And that's always just the way you want to play Lycan. You don't need to do anything fancy, it's just look for a kill when you have Shapeshift up, then take an objective if you can, and then either way go back to farming. And that's exactly what Matu is doing here. He got the kill, tried for the tower, but with Enigma returning here, there's no way they can get that tower, so he's just gonna go back now and farm the triangle, while Yapso is gonna get some levels here in mid lane. Very standard, very textbook play, but just doing these very straightforward plays. He's already top of net worth, and just easily dominating this game, even though he hasn't really done very much. And it's not just winning here, and it's not just top net worth, because the rest of his team is doing well. In fact, his other cores are doing rather poorly. You know, Zai is quite underfarmed here, as is Nisha. They're both significantly behind the enemy cores. It's really just Matu is having a really good game, even though he's had this bad matchup. You can just farm the jungle camps. You can just sort of be a little bit careful how you use your wolves at the start, and then you can just weather that lane and just outfarm Tiny in the long run. And they're gonna try for some sort of kill here, but without shapeshift up, it's not gonna happen. Tiny's too tanky here. He has 13 armor. That's just not gonna happen. So Matu now is about to have shapeshift up back again, but no necro for 30 seconds. So it's probably best to just wait for a little bit more. If you're playing Lycan as position 3 or even as position 2, you want to look for kills basically whenever you have shapeshift up. You just want to fight, you want to create space that way. But here in this game, even though he's the mid laner, he is actually the position 1. So if you're position 1 Lycan, it's more about just finding farm and just hitting that unstoppable mid game timing. Once you have your necro 3, once you have your AC, maybe 1 or 2 other items, and then you can sort of take control of the entire map and, you know, get Roshan, get Tigra, and so on. So that's what he's going to do here. But now that he has everything up again, he's going to go for the bottom lane once again. And once again, no-tail, very easy kill here. Monkey King is a bit more elusive here. He tries to go for something here. Maybe he can cut down the monkey, but it doesn't work out. So he's gonna push that tower, and of course with all the piercing damage that these creeps do, these lane creeps die very quickly, and the tower also of course falls quite quickly. So now they're taking this tower, they've opened up the enemy jungle, and now it's time to go back to farming. It's 10 minutes and Lycan already has Necro 3, and that's just a very good timing, and you're gonna see how far he's ahead. And once again, he hasn't done anything fancy here. He's just farmed, he's just got like 2 kills on Enigma. Didn't even get one of the kills, it's just 1 kill, 1 assist, and just basic farming, and now he's just so far ahead of everyone else. This is just the power of Lycan. Ultimate is back up, he doesn't have mana, so he's going to use that clarity. Now he has his ultimate up and can just transform here and go after this Beastmaster. He tries to TP out there, but it badly doesn't work out. So that's nonetheless a guaranteed kill. If there hadn't been any crits, maybe that Beastmaster survives. It was very close, but now this tower is going to fall. Unfortunately, not getting the tower last hit, but it's more important just to get the tower and not have it denied. So he does get that and then gets out safely here. And now it's just back to farming until he has shapeshift again. Finds a ward here, a nice extra 146 gold and lots of experience too. So just the ability to just de-ward everything is going to help out so much in terms of map control, as well as just in terms of boosting your own gold and experience with all those wards. So that's just one of the reasons why Necro 3 is so strong. After Necro 3 you can still go Dominator, which he's not going to do in this particular game, which is fine. He's playing against Enigma, who can clear the creeps that are less than level 5 instantly with his demonic conversion. But if you go for this level 5 creeps like the Hellbat Smasher or the Centaur Conqueror, Enigma can't do anything against those. But some of the strong creeps like this Alpha Wolf are actually level 4 or lower, so it's that's like a slight counter here to Dominator. But I think it's still fine to go for Dominator, but it's also fine to skip it. I've talked a lot about when to go Dominator, when to skip it in a previous video. I'm going to link that in the top right. But as for now here, we see Beastmaster also going for that Necro build. Gets a kill here on to Zai on his Batrider. So they're going to try to go for this tier 1 push. Tier 1 tower very low here, and Lycan doesn't yet have ultimate, so they're just going to concede this tower. You don't want to force those fights even a shapeshift, unless you have like an overwhelming advantage. Because Lycan is just so much weaker if you don't have the ultimate. You just get kited for days and don't contribute much to fights. But now Ultimate is back up again, and Thompson is in the wrong neighborhood, and they can try and chase him down here. A good black hole from Enigma, but Lycan can run around here and find Saxa here at the edge, and Saxa is gonna die. So even though it was a fight that looked kind of good for OG at the start, they're still gonna get destroyed here by Lycan. And yeah, that's another solid win here for Secret and a 800 gold net worth swing. Oh, actually here Zai venturing a bit too far forward, and now it doesn't look as rosy anymore. And did it update yet? Yeah, so in that particular fight here, giving up some of that the game that they made before. And by the way, this is a nice thing to see here. Tries to go for the double stack here, but actually fails both of them. Very relatable. I've done this lots of times. Actually, you can't stack with level 4 wolves because just go invisible. Groups just go back instantly. So that's just never going to work to stack. All you could do is stack with that main Lycan, and it didn't work either. So that just goes to show you that the pros are human too. They also make these mistakes that all of us make. So I always find that comforting. Matu is going for second item AC here. It's also gone boost of speed. I feel like after your necro it's very nice to get boost of speed, just extra farming speed, and just makes you not quite as useless when your ultimate is not up. But just completing the necro bug, I think is the timing here is too important. But if the item you're going to go for afterwards is going to be an AC that's so far off that you might as well throw in those 500 gold boots. It doesn't slow down your timing much because also this helps you farm faster. And so now he's just gonna farm some more, and when opportunities present themselves, he's gonna fight with Shapeshift. But as position 1 Lycan, you're not that eager to look for fights. If you have this good farm down here, you just wanna farm, and that's completely fine. And it just has netted him a huge net worth lead here. He's 10,000 net worth here. Another nice fight here with all team arriving, except for those two at the top. So 4 vs 4 fights here, and goes significantly in Secret's favor. Gonna try to find something more. Nisha gets black holed and gets combo down, but Enigma also dying. So now they want to retreat because the Lycan ultimate is down, so you can't fight anymore. But now they have the AC completed. So that's a 10-minute necro, 17 minutes AC. These are incredible timings, and you know, he's just basically solo carrying the game right now. All his other cores are not having a good game, but Matu's Lycan, he's just having a perfect game. He's got 5 kills, 3 assists, never died, and he just keeps farming between those fights and furthering his net worth lead. Matu is now hitting this incredible timing with the necro and the AC. So this means he now wants to force fights, and he wants to extend that timing by getting some cheap items. If the next item you go for is something expensive like a BKB or a Basher into Abyssal, it will take a long time for that to pay off. So you want a cheap item that you can get to quickly that will give you a nice timing. And Drama is a very good example of such an item. It's only about 2k gold, and it gives you so much fighting power as long as you have charges on that, that this is really sort of the item that can help you really secure a game. And that is what Matu is going to go for here. They win that fight, kill 3 heroes, and as I said before, when your ultimate is up, you take a fight, and if you win the fight, you take an objective. And that's exactly what they're doing, and then you go back to farming. Very textbook standard play from Matu, and very effective. OG are doing Roche, and Secret had just found this out. Now they have Pango rolling in here, and of course Matu is going to join in here. It doesn't have Shapeshift yet, but this is an opportunity when you just have to fight because Roshan is so low, you can't delay anymore, so you just go in there and still try to get something done. With that slow from Necro, they still find that Enigma kill, and now Thompson is also kind of low. And I mean, what is this item even? Like Hand of Midas. What is this item? What is this item? I mean, it's Thompson, he's double TI winner, he has 100% winner at TI, so presumably he knows what he's doing, but I mean, Hand of Midas is such a crap item right now. just don't buy this item. Like if you're Thompson, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, but just please don't build this in my pops. Just Hand of Might is not an item in this meta. Sumail goes for the place, tries to get a kill here onto Poppy and his Weaver, but it's a complete disaster. And yeah, Sumail is gonna die. Blackgold does nothing. 2 heroes down, and now it's time for Secret to push high ground. They already have Catawave here at bottom, so Matu just marches on forward. He has Aegis, so he's not afraid to die here. And they just want to protect this Catawave, but unfortunately Catapult now dies. And actually OG mounting a pretty good defense here, but Secret are not done yet. They can just regroup here and push again. They still have this Aegis for a while. So OG actually doing a good job with the defense, but now they're losing some heroes here and there because they're trying to do wave cutting and so on. So now with that kill, they can try to maybe look for something more, but the ultimate is about to run out. So they actually lose Lycan here with the Aegis, but he's gonna respawn here, and his team definitely here to defend him. And you just see how strong this Lycan is, even though he doesn't have ultimate, even though he's in the middle of this Monkey King ultimate, he can still just fight and survive here. It's kind of close, but they get the team wipe here, and like they had to use the entire team to almost kill Matu. Like yeah, they killed him once with the Aegis, but the second time they didn't even manage to get that one kill. So Secret just in firm control of this game. It's only 24 minutes in, not even quite that, and they're already the game is already basically over. It's 15k lead for Secret, and you know, it's not Secret doing anything fancy. It's just Matu doing very solid, very standard Lycan play, just textbook play, and OG doing some sort of strange lineup here. It's like this tiny with Midas. I don't know what that is, and then of course that rather greedy Enigma as position 5 here. And pairing that up with a Shadow Shaman is also kind of greedy. Like Shadow Shaman also really needs some items. So we have these 2 supports that really want to farm, and then you have this Midas tiny, and you don't really have any hero that scales in the late game. Monkey King kind of, sort of, but not really. I'm not quite sure what this OG lineup is, but Secret definitely showing that there's some flaws here in this OG strat. And yeah, it's just a pretty one-sided game, and just demonstrates how strong Lycan is in the current meta. Secret going for another fight here. They find Beastmaster, very good black hole here from No Tail, and also very good Monkey ultimate, but he gets dragged out by Zai and Matu just running in here, spanking everyone. And now they can just go for the high ground push and take this bottom lane, or maybe just go for the finish, but bottom lane is a lot safer, of course. So I'm gonna take that, and honestly there's really not much they can do here. They only have Saxa and Thompson alive, and Thompson is doing what he can. That's probably the most responsible, most sensible they can do. He's gonna get the tier 2 tower, which is nice and all, but they're losing their Raxus down here, and Secret show no sign of stopping. They just want to try and finish this game, and he's gonna have to return here. And now they have 5 people alive in a second, so they can try and go for this fight, but Secret are not taking any chances. They're just running away here, and now they're up 2 lanes to nothing. Secret are pushing to 2 tower. Meanwhile, Thompson's getting ready to cut this wave, which is a very smart play from him. Gonna go in here. Also has the Monkey King nearby, so they have a single hero teleports back. They can get the kill here, but they see this drag back here, and they're gonna get that kill. And meanwhile, Matu is gonna run in here and just see what he can get here. And this is honestly him just sort of flexing with his huge farm lead. If in a more even game, these kind of moves don't work. But he's so far ahead. He has his Abyssal Blade, he has Necro, he has AC, he has Drum. There's still some charges left, so he's just so strong that he can do these kinds of plays. Gets the Dispel here and gets the kill. And yeah, that's just him sort of diving in solo against everyone. While the rest of his team is getting killed at bottom. But then with everyone arriving, they can just finish this game and take the 2-0 victory over OG and claim their well-deserved spot in the upper bracket of the Beyond Epic tournament. If you like this video, please share it with a friend, and if you haven't done so already, join the fold by subscribing and clicking the bell. And I'm going to leave you with this other Lycan video, and Obelisk willing, I'll see you there.